Oscar Wiseman speaking. So today we'll be focusing on geometry of straight lines, grade 8. Now let's dive into the video to understand what geometry of straight line is all about. Now there are certain things first we have to understand. We have to first understand the terms because it's very important that you know the terms before you start doing your work. So our first term that we should understand is line segment. Okay, now line segment, okay, in geometry, okay, the part of a line that is identified by two endpoints, meaning that you have a line, a certain line, okay, from A to line B. Okay, now this endpoint, okay, is known as a line segment. Okay, in order for us to identify a line segment, we're gonna write something like AB, and then we put a line on top of it. When we do that, that shows that this particular thing is a line segment. Okay, now after that we have something that's called a ray. Okay, now a ray in geometry is a part of a line that has one endpoint but is otherwise unbounded, meaning that if we have a line segment, okay, from A to B, okay, if the line is being continued, okay, when the line is being continued, we use this ray to show that this line here, it's infinity, it continues. Okay, it has no end stop. Okay, now after we're done with this word ray, we have another word which we call a straight line. Now a straight line, all you have to know, okay, for a straight line is just drawing something that is straight. Okay, drawing something that is straight. As our previous term showed us that if we have these arrows like this, we're showing that it's continuous. Okay, it's showing that this continues. So this straight line are to infinity. Okay, this straight line are to infinity. Now we have another term that is known as parallel lines. Okay, now when it comes to parallel lines, okay, the definition of parallel lines are lines that do not meet. Okay, meaning that no matter how close they come to each other, okay, no matter how close they come to each other, they will never meet. Okay, they will never meet. Now when we start doing words, when we start doing work, you will see that in order for us to identify if these lines here are parallel lines, okay, they draw arrows like this. Okay, when you see in the line arrows are being drawn like this, just know that these two lines here are parallel to each other. If the arrows are drawn like this, okay, whether it can be one arrow or two arrow, just know that these lines here are parallel to each other. Now the last term that you should know before we start with our working out for geometry of straight line is perpendicular line. Now when it comes to perpendicular line, all you need to know that perpendicular lines are two straight lines, okay, that makes a 90 degrees angle. Okay, makes a 90 degrees angle. Okay, that's the thing you have to know for perpendicular lines. So these are the terminology that are required. Okay, it's very important for you to know these terms here. So just in case you see it when we start working out our geometry of straight line, then since you have this knowledge here, you'll be able to shock that work there. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment in this video. See you in our next video. Thank you.